One of the great aspects about the business planning platform is that it produces automatic reports for you on the client's business. I'm going to go into the existing client design one concreting and show you what I mean. You'll see here that once we've entered some raw data about the business, so the raw data is around how do they collect their money, how do they pay their money out, the number of days, what are the key people's salary within the business, and key people can be just the business owners or it can be the executive team. When we go down in here, you'll see the products and services list. So you'll see the products and services, what are the products and services that the client sells, how much do they sell them for, how many they're going to sell. And we can even do a cut down version of this as well. So for example, services can be purely the business, e.g. general revenue of the business, and rather than having it broken down like we have here, and where we've got 2.16 million, we could just put 2.16 million in here and 1, and that would enable us to still generate the same reports. In this client, we've built out the information a little bit more. Cost of goods. So what are the cost of goods? You'll see here that there's really only 7 areas that we're working on. What are the average days collectible and receivable? What are the key people's salaries? What do they sell? What are the costs? You'll see here what are the costs. Now most clients have this with regards to they have existing financial reports, or they can produce it out of their QuickBooks, out of their Sage, or out of their Xero reports. What are the overhead expenses of the business, for example? You'll see here accounting fees, electricity and rent. They'll know those sorts of information. The capital, so are they going to buy any equipment? And the last one pretty much is, I'll go back a step here, what insurances do they have? So once those 7 areas have been entered into the system will automatically produce all the reports that you need to be able to manage and also make a massive improvement on this business. When you see here, we'll go into the dashboard. I'll just go back one step. You'll see here that we've got a dashboard going. It'll come in here and show you what the revenue figures of the business are, so you can produce that report. You'll see the revenue, gross profit, net profit before tax. When we go in here, you'll see also we've looked at the different areas of the business, but we can actually drill down into those reports and go for a view of those, e.g. what is the break even. You'll see here that the break even point for this business, and the system has worked it out, that the break even is 1.9 million, and you'll see here that they break even relatively close towards the end of the year, but they still break even. We can do one of those for each of the years. Go through, we can have a look at then what is the profit of the business. You'll see here that it's automatically producing all these figures. So these figures come out of the system based on those core things. What do we sell? How much do we sell it for? What are our costs? And it'll produce these reports automatically. So you don't need to know how to produce a profit and loss. The thing that we train you on is that, are they actually making a net income? So is it a positive net income? And how do you change those drivers? E.g., so what do we need to do to change some of these things to ensure that we can increase the profitability? Also, you're looking at the balance sheet. Is the actual equity increasing for the business? You'll see here we've got 59, 110, 152. So the equity is going in the right direction. Again, we work with you as to what are the 7 areas that we can change which will affect some of these figures. Also, it'll produce an annual cash flow for you. So you'll see here that we're projecting that the business will have about 157,000 in the bank. 222,000 the next year, 277 the following year. And there are only really 6 areas that affect cash flow. So you'll see here we've got an annual cash flow. We can drill down into the marginal cash. There are only 6 areas that affect cash, and that's a great thing to know, because once we know what those 6 figures are, we can change them. So we can change the average value, we can look at what our costs are, we can look at the payment days, which we saw on the first screen, and what our overheads are. We can change those things which will have an impact on the business. The business will automatically, or the system will automatically then produce for you a monthly cash flow. Now this screen will take a little longer to load because it's calculating thousands of figures in the background to work out what the monthly cash flow is. You'll see here that on the monthly cash flow it's going up and down. There's a lot of cash coming in August, and you'll see here that we've got a cumulative effect of what the cash is like. And we can drill down into those and see which of the areas are affecting cash flow in a more robust report. So the system has the ability to be able to very easily show you what the effects are on with regards to what they sell, how much they sell it for, what are the key people costing them, and it'll show you how you can make changes to the different areas in the business by looking at the dashboard. Very simple to use. Again, you don't need to know how to produce a profit and loss, a balance sheet, cash flow. It'll do that all automatically for you based on 7 simple areas of input. What are the average collectible days, payable days, key people's salary, what do they sell, how much does it cost to sell those, the expenses and the insurance. Once you know those things, then you just put them into the system. You can go back, of course, and we can go into the print module. You'll see here that we've got when I scroll down through all the list of the dashboard, one of the areas that we're looking at here is the print module. This will enable you to print out different reports, also print out the full plan once the information is into the system. Very simple to use.